Hi guys and welcome. It's Debbie here with Debbie Stamping Creations, and today I want to show you one of our stamps that's in the mini catalog, and it's a one stamp. You can see here it's just one stamp, and then you can color it or you can leave it plain. But today I'm going to show you how I colored this. It says, "I enjoy every chapter of our friendship," and it's a stack of books with a pair of glasses and a teacup on top. I have several friends who are readers, and I can't wait to send this to them. I've actually got a stack of them here to make so that I can get them sent off, because I've got, like I say, several people I want to send this one to. So I stamped it and colored it. I die cut this out with the largest rectangle from the scalloped contour dies. I love these dies. They've got so many nice layers and sizes with the scalloped edges on them. So anyway, I have cut this top piece using this scallop die. I did go ahead and cut a, I thought that really pulled it together and gives me a good area to write on. So the designer series paper that is on the back of this is out of the Hostess package from this time in the annual catalog, and I use this quite often. This is really a very nice package of paper. Package, and you can see there's lots of bright colors, and on the backs of each print it's black and white, so it goes with a lot of different cards. Here's the back of the piece that we're using today, but that is what I used on that. And then I used Granny Apple Green for my card base, and that is cut at the 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4 to give me my card base. This is really a simple card, but it's such a beautiful card, especially if you've got people who like to read. We have two actually stamps like this in our mini catalog. And I did a card a while back with the other one that said the world needs more love notes. So let me find the, oh, here it is. So these are the two stamps that we have in this catalog, and I think they're both perfect. I like when we have a large stamp. Now you can see they've done it in lighter colors on here, and on this one they didn't even color it at all. They just left it with the stamped image, which I think would be perfectly fine. And this is the card that I recently did a video for you guys. So stay simple or step it up. These are great simple stamps, like you can just stamp it, or you can color it in, or you could even add extra things to it to give it a little more bling if you wanted. So anyway, today we're going to make this card. Let's get started. It's not going to take very long. The longest part of the whole thing is coloring it. So I'm going to show you how I did it. You can do it differently, any colors that you want. It depends on, mainly, I guess, I wanted mine brighter, and that's how I found the brighter background paper. Now I'm using the Stamparatus for this, and I always use my Stamparatus when I'm doing a bigger image, just because, and this is outline, so I probably wouldn't need the Stamparatus, but I like to have the Stamparatus in case there's an area where it doesn't quite come all the way that I wanted. I can go back without having to try to line it up again. So this is, see, at the top where it didn't, it's probably because I have this magnet here, and I didn't push down. But this way I can do it again. I can focus on the areas where I didn't get it the first time. And I don't have to worry about if it's lined up or not, because I know it is. So there's my image. I'm just going to leave this over here because, like I say, I want to make a half a dozen of these. So, okay, so here is the front piece. And you just color. I'm going to try to keep this in the camera area, but what I did was I used blends, and you can see I took the darker and did the outline, and then I did the lighter on the inside. So I'm going to start with I don't know what I did with my, oh, here it is. I'm going to start with the top book, and I'm using Pale Papaya. So I'm going to take it and do just around the outside. I'm not really doing blending with these, but I'm coloring with the blenders anyway because I've got the light and dark shade. So it really helps. So this is Pale Papaya. I'm going to take the lighter one and I'm just going to color over the remainder. And you can always go back if you want and make the darker darker. So I think I'm going to do that on these little bands here. And see, every time you go over it, it makes a little bit darker. So by going over that, it gives me a little bit darker. Now the next book down I did with Pool Party. Yep, Pool Party. And I don't want that in. I again am just going on the outline section. And I didn't do anything with the pages of the books. You could, if you wanted to, go in there with some color. I'm just going to go around the outside here. I'll probably do this again, just because I like the darker border around it. Okay, now I'm going to do the little flower here. I have my Granny Apple Green, which matches my card base. And I am going to do these leaves here. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and do these down here, because I'm going to be doing them anyway. Might as well do it all at once. Okay, now I am going to do the flower. I'm going to do the flower. I'm going to do it in pumpkin pie just because I want to change this up a little bit. I don't want that end, I want this end. And I'm just going to do a little bit of orange flower here. Make it a little bit different. Now I'm going to take my Pool Party, I'm going to go back to the light, and I'm going to get, oh, this end wasn't very good. I'm running out. I use these so much. So I'm going to go ahead and use this end and do the light. And I need to refill this. I I've seen that you can refill them without having to order new ones, even though I've already ordered the new one, but I'm going to try refilling because my brush on the other end, you can see the ink's only on part of it. So I'm going to try to get that. So anyway, that book is done. Now next we are going to use real red. And I am going to just do this one end of the had a little trouble getting that one off. I'm just going to do dark on one end. And on the first one I did, you can see I did a little dark at the other end, but it just makes it look awkward. So makes it look like it's sitting crooked. So I'm just going to do this end here. And oh my goodness, my reds just don't want to come apart today. Okay, so now I got red on my finger. This is the light, and I'm just going to go around my green leaves that I've already done in there. And then just color the whole rest of the book. So let me go down here. Again, go around my leaves that I've already colored. And finish coloring in this book. I like the red because it's dark and it really makes it pop up. So there's that part of it. Now for the bottom, I'm using my Granny Apple Green, which is the same as my cardstock. So I'm going to start with the dark, and I'm going to do around the border again. And this is pretty much what I did with all of them. I think it just makes it like pop. Like this is the book cover, this is the binding, and then this is the title part. So I just love this sentiment. I am going to change the glass color to the eyeglasses. While I have this dark green out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the base of the cup. And I'm going to do the handle of the cup. Then I think I will do the leaves of the little design on here. I just like this Granny Apple Green, and with the card base being the Granny Apple Green. There. Now we can finish this off with the light Granny Apple Green over the friendship part. And I do think I'm going to go back over that dark again. I think I must have done over it on here because I think it looks better when it's darker. So we're just going to, one more time, go over this. And I think I'm going to use my pumpkin pie orange again. I just like to pull that out a little bit. You can see there's a little bit in the stripes on the card, so I'm going to pull that out a little bit more by making our bookmark orange. Trying just to pull out a little bit more color. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do my glasses. And let me pull a pink. Let me see what I have over here. Let's do petal pink for the glasses. And I'm just going to do the frames of the glasses. It's just to give it a little bit. I don't want black or, well, that's not going to work because there. But pink glasses. And again, this color is petal pink. So there we have the coloring done. Now we just have to put the card together, which is super basic and easy. So we're just going to attach the designer series paper on the front of the card. And it's got a very thin, tiny layer all the way around the border. Now when I attached mine, I used dimensionals, and I used quite a few because I don't want this to get smushed down. Like, I don't want the middle to be knocked or bent. So I am using quite a few. Now when I attach the one on the inside, of course, I just use my seal, Stampin' Seal, to put that in. Whoops. Throwing them all over. Now you could add some extra things on here if you wanted, on the front. But I just like it just the way it is. I'm going to take another one of my die cut pieces, and I am going to put that on the inside so that I have plenty of room to write my messages to my friends. And I think I have my Granny Apple Green ink pad here. So I'm going to take the Handmade for You stamp, and I'm going to finish the back of my card with Granny Apple Green. Did I already do? I did that one. All right. So that's the card today, and I just love the stamp. I will be putting it in my pile of ones that I will be using quite often. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, celebrations is still going on till the end of February. I will have a link in my description below for ordering. And thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.